Hey, Cowboys Nation, this is Cowboys Wire News, your home for breaking news, smart analysis, rumors, and film room insights. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a snap. Let's talk America's team. The NFL world is buzzing with whispers that the Dallas Cowboys have officially locked in Aaron Donald, and if this rumor holds any weight, the ramifications could be monumental. Fans are already speculating how this seismic addition could redefine the Cowboys' defense, injecting an immediate level of dominance that few teams could ever hope to match. The idea of pairing Donald's relentless interior pressure with a squad that has struggled to consistently disrupt quarterbacks paints an image of a team that might suddenly become the nightmare in every opposing offensive coordinator's playbook. It's the kind of move that sparks heated debates on social media, with analysts dissecting every possible formation, every potential scheme, and how Donald could revolutionize not just the Cowboys, but the entire NFC East landscape. People are imagining offensive lines shaking in their boots, quarterbacks forced into hurried throws, and games where a single defensive play can swing momentum entirely while the deal is still in its infancy in terms of public confirmation. Insiders insist the energy surrounding the locker room has already shifted. Rumors suggest that Donald's leadership presence alone could invigorate younger defensive players, fostering a culture of accountability and aggression. The Cowboys, a team often defined by their struggles in recent years to produce a fearsome pass rush, are now whispering about a new era, and Aaron Donald seems poised to be its cornerstone. The excitement surrounding this possible acquisition isn't just about statistics or accolades. Though Donald's trophy case practically demands attention, he is a three-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year in every season. He terrorizes opposing quarterbacks with a combination of brute strength, speed, and football intelligence that seems almost unfair. Rumors in the league hint that the Cowboys are banking on him to transform a defense that has underperformed in clutch moments, especially when facing high-octane offenses. The chatter suggests that front office executives have been patient, waiting for the perfect alignment of opportunity and cap space, and now, sources whisper, the stars have finally aligned. Analysts have been drawing comparisons to other blockbuster defensive signings. Yet this one carries a unique flavor, as Donald isn't just another veteran. He's a game-changer capable of altering the dynamics of the entire league. Discussions among fans on forums and comment sections are already painting vivid pictures. Aaron Donald collapsing pockets, linebackers thriving behind a revitalized front, and the Cowboys finally earning the reputation for defensive intimidation that has eluded them for years. The rumor mill even hints at contract specifics, suggesting incentives that reflect both his dominance and the team's high expectations. Wow! Nothing is official beyond insider whispers. The mere possibility is enough to send the NFL community into a speculative frenzy, imagining the ways in which one player could shift the identity of a historic franchise. Insiders have been feeding small, tantalizing details, and the story seems to grow with every mention. Some suggest that Donald's presence could impact draft strategies, altering how the Cowboys approach building around a superstar defensive lineman. The rumor has also ignited chatter about the ripple effects across the league, with rival teams reevaluating their offensive lines and quarterback protections in anticipation of facing a newly fortified Dallas front. Social media posts hint at practices buzzing with a renewed intensity, as if the team is already preparing mentally and physically for the monster that Donald brings. Coaches, according to whispers, are rethinking blitz packages, stunts, and schemes to fully maximize the potential of this defensive juggernaut. Fans, ever imaginative, speculate about every matchup, envisioning quarterbacks being pressured from every angle, leaving no sanctuary in the pocket. There's even talk of potential teammates publicly expressing excitement, their comments carefully parsed by insiders eager to confirm the deal's authenticity. While concrete details remain scarce, the aura surrounding this move alone has fans feeling as if a championship window might be cracking open. Fueled by the rumors of one of the most dominant defensive forces in football history, the narrative, alive and growing, teeters between reality and wishful thinking. Yet its influence is undeniable, giving the Cowboys a buzz that has been missing for seasons. Every corner of the football universe seems to have taken note. Pundits dissect every throwback to Donald's previous performances, highlighting games where his presence alone altered the trajectory of a season. Rumors suggest that his arrival could influence not only the defensive line, but also secondary coverage schemes. As opposing quarterbacks are forced into hurried decisions, potentially leaving defensive backs with more opportunities for interceptions or pass breakups. Conversations about leadership are emerging, with whispers that Donald's mentality could instill a ferocity that becomes infectious across the roster. Fantasy leagues, podcasts, and late-night sports debates are ablaze, each participant speculating how the Cowboys might finally shake off a history of inconsistent defense. The team's fanbase, notorious for their patience and passion, has been dissecting every snippet from insiders, piecing together scenarios in which Donald terrorizes the trenches, disrupts rhythm, and changes the fate of critical divisional matchups. Rumors also suggest possible implications for salary cap management, with whispers hinting at creative approaches to accommodate a player of Donald's stature, emphasizing just how serious the Cowboys might be about this potential seismic shift. In every corner, from locker rooms to living rooms, the speculation is relentless, hinting at an excitement not seen in Dallas in years. The rumor, whether fully accurate or partially inflated, is already having tangible effects on public perception. Sports talk shows are devoting entire segments to dissecting what it means for rival quarterbacks, offensive lines, and even draft boards. Industry insiders continue to leak tantalizing tidbits, suggesting that the deal, if confirmed, would make the Cowboys' pass rush suddenly elite, turning previously mundane defensive games into must-watch spectacles. Fans imagine entire highlight reels already, Aaron Donald collapsing the pocket in slow motion, reactions from stunned quarterbacks, sideline celebrations, and analysts attempting to quantify the unquantifiable. Even casual observers are caught in the narrative, debating with friends and online communities whether the Cowboys could finally reclaim dominance. In the NFC East, the rumor's magnetic pull is undeniable, generating a sense of anticipation that stretches beyond the team itself, permeating conversations across the league. The mix of fact, speculation, and wishful thinking blurs the line between reality and fantasy, yet the energy surrounding this story demonstrates one undeniable truth. The mere hint of Aaron Donald in Dallas has reignited conversations about defensive supremacy in the NFL. Analysts are also starting to discuss how this rumored move could impact coaching strategies. Some whispers hint that the Cowboys might finally adopt more aggressive defensive approaches, leveraging Donald's abilities to free up linebackers for more dynamic blitzes and coverage schemes. There is talk of adjustments to the defensive playbook, with sources suggesting that creative coordinators are envisioning ways to maximize pressure from every angle. The rumors even extend to potential synergy with existing defensive stars, sparking speculation about a new superfront capable of dominating opponents week after week. Social media is flooded with mock highlights, predictions, and fan reactions, as everyone attempts to visualize a transformed Cowboys defense. The storyline has all the elements of a blockbuster, a legendary player, a historically struggling team, and the tantalizing possibility of reshaping the NFC East hierarchy. Each rumor, no matter how small, is dissected, magnified, and amplified, giving the impression that the NFL landscape is on the brink of a dramatic shift, even without official confirmation. The narrative itself has already begun to influence public perception, creating excitement, tension, and anticipation that could easily rival the biggest storylines in recent football history. Whispers continue to suggest that Aaron Donald's rumored move to the Cowboys could have a domino effect across the league, influencing the strategies of multiple franchises. Offensive coordinators may need to rethink blocking schemes entirely, while rival defensive squads might scramble to find ways to match Dallas' newfound intensity. The rumor has already sparked debates in studios, forums, and locker rooms, with fans and analysts imagining how one player could transform not just a defensive line, but the very identity of an entire team. Some insiders hint that his leadership and experience could be just as impactful as his physical dominance, cultivating a culture where accountability, toughness, and relentless pursuit of the quarterback become non-negotiable. Imaginations run wild when envisioning critical divisional matchups, with Cowboys fans dreaming of games where Donald forces turnovers, collapses pockets, and turns the tide of seasons. While much remains speculative, the energy around this rumor is palpable, fueling conversations that stretch far beyond Dallas, creating a narrative that seems larger than football itself. Some reports suggest that the Cowboys front office has meticulously planned for this moment, waiting for cap space, timing, and the perfect opportunity to execute a move that could change the trajectory of their franchise. Rumors swirl about negotiations, incentives, and clauses designed to reward performance, signaling a willingness to invest heavily in one of the league's most dominant defensive forces. Analysts are already projecting scenarios in which Donald's presence revitalizes the entire defensive unit, encouraging younger players to elevate their game, learn from his techniques, and embrace a more aggressive mindset. Fans are poring over highlights of previous seasons, marveling at how he seems to single-handedly alter the dynamics of games. Online communities are ablaze, debating the potential matchups, the impact on rival quarterbacks, and how this rumored acquisition could finally turn Dallas into the feared defensive juggernaut that history suggests it has always wanted to be. Beyond the physical impact on the field, whispers suggest that Donald's presence could influence morale, team chemistry, and leadership dynamics. Rumors indicate that even the practice squad is inspired by his arrival, with players motivated to rise to new standards of performance and focus. Coaches, according to insiders, are tweaking strategies, exploring new blitz packages, and planning innovative ways to utilize a player who consistently dominates the line of scrimmage. The rumor has also reignited debate among fans and analysts alike about how a single transformative addition can redefine an entire team, shifting narratives, altering expectations, and forcing opponents to reconsider their offensive philosophies. Even casual fans are engaging with the story, drawn to the drama, potential, and sheer excitement surrounding a franchise that may finally be on the verge of a defensive renaissance. Before we roll on, subscribe to Cowboys Wire News, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Your support keeps the Dallas Cowboys updates coming. Tell us what you think in the comments. Social media has become a breeding ground for speculation, with highlight reels, mock analysis, and imagined game scenarios dominating feeds. Some whispers even hint at creative rotations, strategic lineups, and defensive schemes designed to maximize Donald's impact, while ensuring that his presence elevates the performance of teammates across the board. Analysts are predicting potential playoff implications, imagining a Cowboys team with a fearsome pass rush capable of derailing high-powered offenses in critical moments. Fantasy discussions, although not directly tied to defensive stats, are abuzz with projections about how a revitalized defense could change the outlook for offensive stars across the league. Even without official confirmation, the rumor itself has already shifted the conversation, creating an aura of anticipation that permeates every discussion about Dallas football. There are also whispers suggesting that Aaron Donald's potential move could redefine rivalries in the NFC East. Teams that once felt comfortable exploiting weaknesses in the Cowboys' defense may now face daunting challenges, altering strategies, lineups, and game day mindsets. Analysts speculate on matchups where Donald's relentless pressure could force mistakes, turnovers, and hurried plays, fundamentally shifting the balance of power within the division. Fans are imagining electrifying moments, late-game heroics, and defensive highlights worthy of instant replay, envisioning a team that might finally combine talent, strategy, and intimidation into a coherent, unstoppable force. Even casual observers are caught in the excitement, drawn to a narrative that blends speculation, hope, and the tantalizing possibility of a dramatic transformation in Dallas. The rumor alone has created a sense of urgency and expectation that seems to stretch far beyond a single player, igniting conversations about what it truly means to have a game-changer on the roster. Finally, the narrative continues to grow, fueled by insider chatter, fan speculation, and analyst projections. Rumors suggest that the Cowboys, with Donald at the center of their defensive ambitions, might be on the verge of redefining their identity. From a team that has historically struggled with consistency to one that exudes dominance, toughness, and fear, the mere thought of him wreaking havoc in the trenches, collapsing pockets, and inspiring teammates sparks excitement, debate, and endless conversation. The story, part rumor and part hopeful fantasy, illustrates the power of a single superstar to change not only a team, but also the perception of a franchise across an entire league. As whispers circulate, fans and pundits alike are left imagining the electrifying possibilities, the monumental shifts, and the sheer exhilaration of a Dallas Cowboys defense led by Aaron Donald, the man who could finally resurrect the pass rush and ignite a new era of dominance. That's a wrap from Cowboys Wire News. For breaking Cowboys updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Tell us your take in the comments.